I've explained it to you.
Hold on, sir. I'm speaking.
I have customers that I have to attend to.
Go do your job. You're dismissed.
If
I don't
you-
need you.
As far as being a disturbance
My
at this
First Amendment
location,
can't cause a disturbance, right?
it can.
No, it can't.
Yeah, it can.
You can't take
So
a protected activity that's constitutionally protected and turn it into a crime, sir.
Unfortunately,
And all
I have
you
no
do-
way to
excuse
process
me,
that.
well,
So
hold on,
if there's
what you
anything
do is
further,
you send
if
it
there's
up.
anything
The onus
further,
is
you
on
can address
to
that
send it
with
up.
the officers that
You're
were here,
unprofessional.
or
we
you can address
file
it
a
with the head.
lawsuit.
What's going on, Bay fam? It's your boy, Bay Area Transparency. We're back at it once again. For this video, we are in the city of West Sacramento, California. Now, West Sacramento is a city separate from Sacramento. It's its own city, and it's actually in a different county than Sacramento County, for those who don't know. We went ahead and went to the DMV Commercial Drivers Testing Center to do a public employee conduct check, as well as try to get some public records that we needed. Now, keep in mind, I received an email about how somebody was treated over here, and I wanted to see for myself and do a story on that and how the employees treat me. Now, they didn't want me to put out their story because they didn't want to be exposed to who they are. However, what we saw, we'll just say, was less than professional, especially by the managers of the driving center. They seem to have a false concept that you can't record in this public area and you can't record computers. Now, we all know I always try to respect regular members of the public who are going about their business and respect their privacy. I try as hard as I can to not put them on camera, even sometimes when they're confronting me, just because they're not the focus. The public workers are the focus, and we all know I don't have to. There is nothing wrong with recording in public at all. Remember, feelings should not and do not impact the integrity of our constitutional rights. We need to start asking the quality questions so that we can live a quality life in this country and have quality rights. These videos are always unscripted and posted in chronological order. Don't let the employees say it didn't happen like that. That video was heavily edited, because that's not true, and we always keep the full unedited version in case we have to prove they're lying. Follow us on Facebook, Bay Area Transparency Official. Follow us on Instagram at Bay Area Transparency. Subscribe, like, and share, baby. Remember, if you want to see when we are going to post, at least 24 hours before we post it, as well as a short teaser clip of the next video coming up, follow us on our Instagram, follow us on our Facebook, because we do post them there. It's Bay Area Transparency, and I'm out.
At the State of California Commercial Drive Test Center. Hopefully we find good employees doing a good job, that know and respect our rights, know and respect us as the public, that pay their salary. For the whatchamacallit cam is going, getting in my way.
Can I ask what we're doing?
Excuse me?
Can I ask what we're doing?
Oh, well, just recording, man. How you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Awesome.
So I do have to warn and make sure you're allowed to record in any of the public areas. However, no recording of our testing area or tests in progress are allowed. And if you come inside, no recording of any of the testing computers, because that is considered privileged information and we cannot allow it.
Oh, interesting.
Okay?
Oh, okay.
Beyond that, anywhere on the property that you can see, you can film, other than the testing areas. It is specifically prohibited.
So the driving area out here, is that
Yeah.
what you're saying? Okay.
Okay?
All right, cool. What was your name? Cool.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, man.
Just wanted to make sure you had those small parameters in mind.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Do this shit.
They get sent literally like last foot of Concord and everything in between. 5, 6 days, 7 years. Yeah, this is Beth. She's probably more familiar with the process nowadays. But generally speaking, you do the test
No
online.
testing after 3:30. No cell phones again. Always. You always see these signs everywhere we go.
And I do have to advise just to be careful, because these are considered the testing computers that we talked about.
These ones right here?
Yeah, this is all considered the examination area that we can't have you recording, just for
gotcha.
privacy and security reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, I disagree. I can definitely record it. It's just out in the open, right?
Okay.
It's out in the open to the public.
So unfortunately, this is an examination area, and state law does prohibit the filming of our examination area. So we have to actually prohibit that.
Got you. What
Okay.
law is that?
I'm sure I can find the statute, but it's very specifically, state examination areas do not allow for any recording.
Interesting. I would say find the law doesn't exist. Like, I can
Okay.
definitely record these areas.
Okay.
They're open
So
to the
if you
public.
continue to do so, I will have to ask you to leave the property. Okay.
Well, you can
I want
ask.
to. I want to allow you to record anything that's allowed, but our
Well, it's
examination
not.
areas
That's.
are
I
not
think
allowed
that's
to be
the
recorded.
thing you're having a mistake about. It's
And-
not allowed, right? It's have a right to. There's
Okay.
a big difference. So it's not
If you
it's not a
continue to
privilege
record-
that
No,
can
no, no.
just be snatched up. Well, hold on, I'm talking, sir.
Okay.
It's not a privilege that can just be snatched up whenever somebody feels like it.
Correct,
Right?
but we are allowed to restrict
No, you're not.
confidential areas and the recording in confidential areas.
Yeah, but you have to create that privacy.
Okay.
It's not just by
we
saying,
do
hey,
by
you can't do
enforcing
that.
our examination areas, and this is considered
So-
an examination area. So if you continue to record in examination areas very specifically, we will have to ask you to stop recording and to leave the
Well, I
property.
never
and if
stop
you
recording.
refuse, okay, if you refuse to not record, if you continue to record and then refuse to leave the property, okay, then it is a matter that we have to call CHP because we are a state facility.
So what is CHP going to do?
They will escort you from the premises.
Is that what you think?
Yes.
So CHP doesn't have any authority over anybody unless that person specifically, they have reasonable suspicion that that person has committed a crime.
Yep.
Recording in your First Amendment right is not a crime,
Okay.
right? If you guys
I've
want
explained it
privacy,
to you.
hold on, sir, I'm
I-
speaking. I'm
I have
speaking.
customers that I have to
well, then
attend to.
go do your job. You're dismissed. I
If
don't
you,
need you.
if
Bye.
you continue to
I'm
record in
going-
examination
I'm
areas,
absolutely going to continue.
okay, then I will let CHP know and I will call them.
All
Have a
right,
wonderful day.
Have fun with that, my friend. This guy's something else, man. I'm trying to be cool with him and just talking over me like fucking crazy. It's ridiculous. They have to create that privacy, right? They have to create the privacy that they're talking about. What was that?
You gonna take your test?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Because I don't. Why would I drive? What do I need a job?
Would you be here then?
Because I'm recording. What's it your business?
I know, but why? It should benefit somebody, right?
It is benefiting somebody.
You can remember what you see without a recording. You know,
Brother, why are you getting involved? Why are you making it your business?
well, because I'm here every day. I experience.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, I'm sorry your feelings are hurt. I've kept everybody here off the I've kept everybody off the camera that's here, that's regular members of the public doing their thing. I'm here for the workers. I'm doing a story. It's really none of your business. I didn't get in your business. Why are you wearing... Well, come over here. I'll interview you. Tell me about your CDL. People just can't... That's what I always say, man. The members of the public, they will start a fire way faster than public workers will. You know, one of them employees.
White tennis shoes, wearing a red hat with an A on it.
He's calling this is him calling the police right here. We can get him now because he's right in front of us and away from the people.
Okay, is there no cameras in here, please?
Driver's license?
Yes.
To a
Good.
real ID driver's
Okay,
license.
all right.
Yeah, the 155, 150.
You still here?
All right. Yeah, it was like, I was like, I was
Oh,
lying to myself.
you-
I started to come back, no.
oh, this,
This guy's something else. This is the guy that was yelling at me earlier. All right, mission, vision, goals, core values. XYZ. Yeah, likewise, clown. Dude walked by and scratched his head like this. Oh man, he's a clown.
So who's starting on?
There's a guy that just flipped me off.
Okay. So your manager, your authority, like tell people to trespass and everything?
Yeah, we only inform him, not video anywhere like testing area. And we open field, that's the only test area we have, the whole system.
Okay. Is this okay? Just not the testing area, or you want them out altogether, or what? All together, just outside? Okay. All right, sir. So I'm Officer Castle, California Highway Patrol. Manager just informed me that you've been trespassed as far as being in this area, especially with the testing area. You're okay to be outside recording, but you can't record inside here.
Is this a public area?
It is unless the manager, the one in charge of the building, says otherwise. So he's the
Is
one.
that what 602 says?
What was that?
602? Penal code 602? It's trespass penal code, right? 602-0 is what would apply here.
Yeah, since he's the
Hold on.
management.
Doesn't work like that. It's a public area. Why don't you call your sergeant before you make a mistake? It's a public area. I have every right to be in here. I can exercise my First Amendment right while I'm in here. Testing areas or not, there's no law against it. They might have a policy against
But
it.
not for the testing area.
Testing area and everything. Testing area and everything. I've been very good. I've been very good to keep all these regular people off my camera, but there's nothing in here that says I can't record. There's no law that says I can't record in here.
Testing
So
area cannot record for testing area.
what law is that, brother?
That's on DMV. That for even outside for the skill part, no recording of skill part.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. That's,
for the
you're just
policy.
mistaken, and that's okay. You guys will learn here in a bit.
Okay, Bay fam, part of the problem is they don't even know their own policy. It says you can't record the interior of your vehicle while you're taking a drive test, and you must be the applicant driving or somebody with you in the car. It doesn't say anything about other people. The problem is they're told this information and they just simply parrot it, but they don't actually look it up like a manager
You're
should.
incorrect. You're about to make a mistake. This is a 100% a public area, and anybody can record in here. It's the law. Still calling your sergeant?
Yeah, I'm making a call.
Cool. Yeah, you gotta brush up on the laws. This is just our First Amendment right, man. They don't get to just say you can't be here. This is all public, paid for by us. So is this that old man again? This guy just wants to be on that camera, huh? You can't take a test with a camera. I agree with you because because you're here for a service, right? And that's part of the policy. They can deny you because it's the policy. They can't deny somebody to come in here. What's call what?
If you record the information,
I'm not taking a test.
the people that are driving and bringing all your stuff to you need to be safe on the freeway. They need to know what they're doing.
Correct. I totally agree with that.
Says, hey man, I know all the answers, and they give them their buddy. And then when people get killed,
Well, then you know what they do?
so that's why the federal government doesn't want you with a.
Well, this
camera in
ain't the
here.
federal government.
Yes, it is.
This is the state
Federal
government, my
FMCA,
guy.
that's what runs this place.
Okay.
They have the rules. They test you for drugs. They test you to make sure you pass your test. They test you to make sure you know how to operate a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You're in here at the camera, freedom of speech, great. You're not going to cheat because you don't want a license. I'm just asking, why are you here?
Because I'm doing a story. I already told you that. Why are you involving? Do you typically just go around and involve yourself in everybody else's shit?
No, I'm a driving instructor. I have a school. I run 4 to 5 people in here testing every day.
Well, do your
For
thing.
10
man.
years,
I've been out your business. I don't really care about it. I didn't ask about it. Stay out mine. It's that simple. Keep this gimbal out the way of my body cam.
Does he have to do or sign anything or fill anything out as far as that?
He's talking about signing something or filling something out. This guy's gonna fail.
I was
He's gonna be a big old fail right here. Watch it.
not what I saw. He just walked out as I've been talking to him.
outside.
I tried to call Montana and Sergeant, but none of them were answering. I'm assuming they're busy with the other call.
Hopefully Castle does good. We want him to do good. We want him to get the law right. Not
yeah.
make a
I
mistake.
didn't know if there's any extra steps as far as that. No, he's saying out recording me talking to me right now. Yeah. He was inside at the beginning and then he walked out and now he's recording me.
Yeah, I'm in public areas doing a story on the DMV. It's not illegal. It's crazy.
He basically was saying that you told him about how he can't record the computers in the testing area. And he wasn't recording when I walked in and saw that. And he said he hasn't been. He says he's been conscious about not recording the public taking the test.
Absolutely, that's true. I can prove that.
He seemed to be, he was speaking like broken English. I couldn't get everything, but that seemed to be the gist of what he wanted.
So they're trying to talk about issuing a trespass notice for the public office. It's DMV public office. You don't get to trespass people unless somebody committing a crime.
Yeah, if you don't mind, this is just different. So, I think you're the only one that was able to answer.
This guy's new, I think. That's what it is.
I think last I heard he's at the office. I tried to call him, but it went to voicemail.
Got a supervisor coming?
Not exactly. He's busy on another call. I got another officer on the way though.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. Good, sorry.
Let that hit him.
It sounds like you weren't recording the testing area or anything like that, correct?
Well, there's
From what
no
you told
law.
me.
There's no law against recording the testing area. All these people that are out here, they're regular members of the public. I'm keeping them off my camera, right? But you can be in there, well, except if they walk behind me when I'm recording you. But I can be in this office. How many years have you been on the force? Let me ask you. Start with that.
A few.
A few? Okay. Yeah, I always try to just get a good rapport with officers. This is a public building. It's paid for by public tax dollars. Everybody has a right to go here. As a matter of fact, we're all owners of this because we pay for it, right? You could put it that same way. So this is the same thing as if I go in your guys' lobby and record your lobby anywhere I want through the glass, whatever. The law says we can record anything we can see with our eyes. And the laws also say from the Supreme Court that we can record public employees while in the course of their duties as public employees from any public areas. So if they want privacy for the computer testing, like you can't tell somebody, hey, you can be in here, but you can only record this way and this door. And you can't, it's the same thing as telling you can't look that way, you can't look that way. It doesn't work like that, right? If they want privacy for those computers, they need to put up blocking. I'm a journalist, I'm doing a story on the DMV, this testing center. What they first try to tell me is, hey, you can record in here, but you can't record our computers and you can't record people out here taking their tests. Just ignorant. It's not the way the law works. They can have that policy all day, but in order to trespass somebody, what you just tried to do to me, from a public area,
I wasn't. It was the manager.
But you were trying to enforce it. So it's
if
your
he was
job
the
to
manager who's
know.
doing it.
But so public and private is different, right? For instance, I'll give you an example. If me and you both own a piece of property, right? Say me and you both own this building, and we're here, and I say I don't want Castle here. He needs to go. Can you trespass somebody if they are both owners of the property?
No.
It's the same thing here. This is public property, right? It's the same thing as me being out on that street. Now they can place time, place, manner restrictions. Like if they're closed, I can't be in here because it's time, right? This open public hours place. I'm in the public lobby manner. I'm just walking around recording, narrating to my camera. If I was jumping in front and not letting people get business, then that would be disturbing the business and then I could be trespassed. But unless I commit a crime, just simply having a camera, what I like to say, and a lot of people like to say, is you can't convert a constitutionally protected activity into a crime, right? These people don't like you recording. Their feelings do not impact the integrity of the Constitution and our constitutional rights. That's the way that works. And I'll gladly go to jail over it. If you want to take a ride, we can do that. I have no problem. I already have one lawsuit against the state of California for the same thing against the parole office. I wouldn't mind doing another one. Not what I want to do. I'd rather you do a good job and respect our constitutional rights. But any one of these people out here could be recording in there. And they should be recording their interactions with their public servants, because public servants tend to lie, like the guy did, where he said, I've already asked him, he didn't tell you, I heard him tell dispatch, I've already asked him to leave and he refused. It's not true. He said, if you record these areas, we would have to ask you to leave. And I said, well, I'm probably going to record the areas. He said, okay, I'm going to go call cops. Never once did he say, we want you to leave. And even if he did, I'm being honest, I wouldn't have left anyways. So I don't bow or kneel when it comes to my constitutional rights. So, what was your badge number again, Castle?
22667.
22667. Appreciate it. And what CHP station are you out of?
Woodland.
Oh, Woodland. Okay, interesting. Man, I've been out in Woodland quite a bit. I'm surprised you guys aren't more educated on this. I would have thought you would know. Matter of fact, it even says right in your policy, if you look at your CHP policy, it says you guys have a section that talks about public members of the public recording you while you're doing your duties. And it tells you clearly right in your policy, the law says we can't stop people from recording us while we're conducting our duties as long as they're in public places. They're allowed to be in public places, but they're not allowed to interfere with business, right? Again, you can't convert your camera's interfering with business. It just doesn't work like that. So, but we'll see what happens when your partner gets out of here, your supervisor or whatever, and hopefully you guys do a good job. If not, then we'll take it from there, I guess. So I always try to help, and I always say I don't dislike police, I dislike bad policing, right? We have officers that come out, I could tell from the jump this guy really didn't know exactly what was going on, and I expected that he would know. I expected that he would understand this is a employee conduct check, a journalist doing a story. You looking up 602 by any chance? I want to give you some assistance. If you look up O and read down towards the bottom of it, it clearly says nothing in this section. You can't use this section because somebody is exercising their rights under the California Constitution or the United States Constitution. So just a little free.
It's after business hours, you're committing a crime or you're interfering with business. That is correct, what you said earlier.
For sure.
It's not after business hours. I didn't see you interfering with business. I didn't see you committing a crime. You can record.
You're awesome, dude.
I want to double check myself. I have the more senior officer on the way. I'm not trying.
No,
I have seen you guys
respect it.
before, and I know like our training, when we're in the office, like you're welcome to come in. I've never seen someone at our office be like, okay, you're welcome to be here as long as it's business hours.
Right.
You can look around, look at all the stuff you want, ask all the questions you want, but it's just different. It's my first time because the manager of another building.
Right.
Yes, it's a public building, but since he's the manager, I was double checking what authority he does have as that manager.
Mm-hmm. I get it, and I respect it. We need more cops like you, because honestly, a lot of cops that are just a few years in, they would have immediately got, oh no, you ain't gonna listen to me.
I'm not trying to jump the gun,
So I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what we want you to do. We want you to look into so that when this video comes out, I can say Officer Castle didn't know, he looked it up, he didn't do anything stupid, he jumped the gun, because your oath is to the Constitution, it's not to these people's feelings. And if I have a First Amendment right, which I do, we want you to honor that, so I could say Castle is dope, he did a great job. Too many officers, I have to say, hey, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, he didn't do a good job, he XYZ. Like, I just got arrested a month and a half ago in Berkeley at a office, and it was UC Berkeley police that arrested me, and no charges are filed, right? Because you don't get to arrest somebody because they have a camera. You don't get to convert that into a crime, right? And what they arrested me under was 602.1, and you should check it out because it's not in 602, it's its own code. And that one says that if you go in with the intention to disrupt a public business and you do XYZ, you can be arrested. But right at the bottom of that code as well, it says you cannot arrest somebody for exercising their constitutional rights. So it's just very clear. This is a constitutionally protected activity, whether they like it or not. So anyways, Castle, I'm not going to talk your ear off. I'm going to let you research. I appreciate you doing the job the way you're doing it, because too many officers I see that don't do that. You know what I mean? So Castle seems solid, man. I'm not gonna lie, I can't lie about it. He kind of, he was like maybe a little standoffish at first when I started talking to him, but he definitely listened and he definitely looked it up. He made some phone calls. He's trying to make sure he doesn't violate my rights, which I respect.
You're not recording the testing area, right?
I'm just recording anything I can see, man.
No, not for the testing area.
Bro, I don't
You
know.
can
Can I ask what makes
for
you
public, but not for testing area.
Well, this is public.
But not
Can
for
I ask
testing
you
area.
what makes you think that?
What do you mean? What makes me
Why do
think
you
what?
think that? That's what I'm asking.
Think
That you can't record. So let me give you an example. Say I was out there by that fence and I wanted to fly a drone and I flew it over and I was taking pictures. You think I can't do that?
with rifle we can over control that.
You
But
can't
the
control
camera,
it this
you-
either.
For the flow, for the whatever the zone there. But when you walk over here, no recording in testing area.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just saying. Why do you think that? Can you say, like, were you trained that? Did your boss tell you that, or
policy? DME policy cannot recording anything for testing.
Okay, yeah. So your guys' policy says people can't record while they are testing. It doesn't say anything about somebody who's walking around recording and not testing. I've read your guys' policy.
So they are testing right now.
They can't record. I can record it all day. It's a public area. That's what I'm trying to tell you, and you're not getting it. So I try to tell the other manager too, and you guys for some reason just aren't understanding. But you guys will. has us wrong again. I don't know why he keeps coming with it, but he's trying.
You can't talk to his boss too.
Another officer's on their way down right now.
Okay. So he can record anything else, but not the testing area. That's all our community policy. You know that we can record the public, but not a test area. So we're testing, he will interfering in
there
testing people.
A law as far as not being able to record the testing area?
Yeah, for DMV policy.
Not just the policy, but like a law. Are you aware of one?
No.
Okay.
Not aware of that.
I'm checking on that myself, but
we don't see nothing.
because it's one thing to have the policies, but then laws and policies are different. I'm still checking that. I'm not leaving. I'm waiting. I got another officer who's on the way.
Okay. Sure.
But that's one of the things is difference between laws and policies, whether there's a law that prohibits him from recording the testing or if it's just a DMV policy, but I'm still working it out. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, he was just trying to say like what I told you is you can record everything out here. Basically, sir, you could look this way, you could look this way, you could look that way, but you can't look that way, right? It just doesn't work like that. So, but like I said, hopefully we can get him trained up and it'll be good. Put the story out and they'll do better next time. Because we will be back, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you want anything from them? Like in the business?
Did you still get the forms that you were
One
wondering about?
more time? I'm hard of hearing a little bit. What'd
You said you still had some forms you were trying to get?
Yeah, I'm going to request some public records from them under the
Okay,
California
but you haven't
Public
gotten
Records
everything?
Act.
Since I've been here, you
No, I've
haven't
just
done
been waiting
anything more?
for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. That way I don't have to argue with them or they
What kind of
refuse to
public
serve
records do you
me
need?
and all kind of, I mean, I don't want to rattle them off. It's going to be a bunch of employee information and emails and stuff like that.
Is it information that you're legally allowed to be privy to?
Yeah, it's under the California. I mean, regardless, I could file the records request, and if they decide they're going to deny it, I can take it to litigation. But regardless, I could still file the request. You know what I mean?
That's what you're here for.
Well, I'm a journalist. And I'm doing a story.
No. I don't care about your story. What is your business here? Like what?
Well,
what is
so I
your,
just told you,
goal?
one of them is I'm doing a story on
Okay.
the DMV, and that's lawful business. It's the First Amendment.
Okay.
Another thing is to get public information, pamphlets and stuff, which I have in my pocket. Another one is to request public records and do a California public records request under the Public Records Act.
So your goal here at this property is to obtain that public records information. That's
Well, I
trying to get that.
have to request it. They have 10 days. But yeah, to submit the
You
request.
request because you've been here a while already. Have you requested that paperwork from
Well,
them inside?
they came up to me and immediately said, hey, you can record in here.
Okay.
And you can record outside. You basically just can't look at the driving area, and you can't look at our
You're
computer.
recording right now.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I've been recording it. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's not against the law. There's no law that
was
prohibits
just their
it.
request.
Well, no, it was their demand.
Okay.
Yeah, it was different.
Is this their place of business?
Oh, is
I'm
it?
just having a man-to-man
Is it a
conversation.
public place of business? Yeah, it is.
No, is this their business? Did they request you to not record the driving?
No, this
portion?
is a publicly owned business that we all own a very small piece of because we pay for this business.
It's state
and
property.
establishment. Correct.
It's state property.
Public property.
State property.
Oh, well, who owns the state?
State property.
Who owns the state?
Did you want me to go inside and ask if you could get this paperwork that you're requesting?
No, I don't need your help with that. I'm just waiting for you guys to do your thing, then I'll request it myself. I don't need help with it. I can walk up and request it, but you're making the assertion that this is state property so we can control it.
I am
it's public
totally
property.
not gonna play your game right now, man. I'm just being honest.
It's not a game. It's a
I'll
it's
go
a
in there and talk
conversation.
to them.
It's a conversation.
And then see if they would be willing to provide you that information.
They don't have a choice. Yeah, it's different.
I will go in there and ask them.
Well, I don't need your help with that. I can do it myself. So, this officer is a problem. I could already see it. So, Castle was way different than this guy. This guy is talking about, I ain't going to play your game and all this nonsense. He clearly is not trained, doesn't know what he's talking about. And, at that point, I would just request a sergeant because I can clearly see this guy is something different. He's something completely different. You going that way?
I'll stay out here.
Cool. Yes, I could tell this guy. It's Google, Vanguard, BlackRock, everybody else.
You see these signs, sir? Well, I heard you already recorded them.
The no cell phone
No cell
signs?
phones,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
their policy for
Yeah.
people that are taking their tests.
So
Has
my
nothing to
name's
do with
my.
me.
You know, you want me to look straight in the camera, or do you want me to look at you?
However you
Either
want to look.
Jacob Gonzalez, CHP 19790. All right. This is a commercial DMV for commercial licenses. All that testing equipment. This is information from the manager. It's all federally regulated. It's not a normal DMV. As far as your Public Records Act information you're going to request, you're not going to be able to get anything here. And that's per him. If you want to get PRA information, the only place that does it is DMV headquarters, and it's right there at that address.
Yeah, they say that all the time, but I can request it here. But he'll
you're
have
not-
to.
you're
He'll
not
have to
gonna get
deny
it
it.
here.
He'll have to deny
Yeah,
it.
so he says you're not causing a disturbance here. As far as being a disturbance
My
at this
First Amendment
location,
can't cause a disturbance, right?
it can.
No, it can't.
Yeah, it can.
You can't take
So
a protected activity that's constitutionally protected and turn it into a crime, sir.
Are you going to
How
cut
long
me
have
off?
you been?
Are you going to cut me off?
Yeah, because you're
Okay.
saying wrong stuff, so I'm going to correct it for sure.
So
I can record any of this stuff. It's a
how long?
public area.
What was your question that you had for me? How long have I been on the department? Is that
Yeah.
your question?
Mhm.
15 years.
Yeah, have you had First Amendment training?
Yes. So
What
I'm
part of that do you not get?
Can you listen to me for a second rather than just try to listen to yourself speak?
As long as you're not
Please.
going to say stuff that's wrong, yeah.
So he's asking you do not record the computers while someone is testing because it's federally regulated testing.
I've been good at keeping people off, like the members of the public. I always keep
Okay.
them off my camera. That's just my
So the-
policy, but I don't have to.
The PRA information, you're not going to be able to get
He'll
here.
have to
You
deny
can talk
it.
with him.
Mhm.
And
Once he
then
denies it,
as
he'll
far
open it up
as
to a
that
lawsuit,
is-
and that's fine.
As long as you're not causing a disturbance here, we're out.
But yeah,
So
I mean,
he
my
requested.
camera
He
doesn't cause a
requested.
disturbance, so.
But you can. He
Oh, of course, but
requested.
I wouldn't do that.
He requested you not record the driving area. I told him. Hold
I'll
on.
record it.
Hold on. Let me talk. I told him that's not going to be very easily regulated because people can walk on the sidewalk and record into this business from the sidewalk. So
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm saying.
as
I'm
far as
gonna
that's
record it,
concerned, all right, we're out of here. We're leaving.
so. See you guys later.
See ya. Have a
Yeah,
good day.
cool.
Have a safe day, sir.
So, a little bit of a take care, Castle. Do me a favor, don't learn from that guy. He's f***ed up. So that dude was clearly hit. He, like I say, he said he been on 15 years. He has one of these old school attitudes of, you know, you're gonna listen to me, you're gonna do what I say. Here we go. Excuse me, sir.
I lied. Last question. Can I reference this while I'm
Office manager. Need to do a records request with you.
No, I'm pretty sure I'll pass. We'll see.
We've already had other conversations.
You're gonna refuse me a records request and open the DMV up to a lawsuit?
Start on the process.
Because I'll gladly put you on it as well.
Oh, and
I have no problem with that.
As the
It's a
officer
state
already
law.
explained to you, I don't have any of those forms here. I cannot process those requests here. The appropriate place to do is through our headquarters at 2415
So
First Avenue.
that's not the way it works. We can do them in person at the closest location to us.
Unfortunately,
And all
I have
you
no
do-
way to
excuse
process
me,
that.
well,
So
hold on,
if there's
what you
anything
do is
further,
you send
if
it
there's
up.
anything
The
further,
onus
you
is
can
on you
address
to
that
send it
with
up.
the officers that
You're
were here,
unprofessional.
or
we can
you can address
file
it
a
with the
lawsuit,
headquarters.
but the
And
cops don't
more
have
than welcome
anything
to file
do.
anything you want.
We will.
I will not
Don't
address you
worry.
any
I have
further.
lawyers
Have
that
a
do
wonderful
this.
day.
So you're going to refuse service and not do your job. Gotcha. Okay. Don't worry. You'll hear from your boss. This guy's a this what a and they don't teach them the California Public Records Act, right? And he thinks he has the right to say, well, we're going to just not address you. We ain't going to help you. You don't have that right. You're a public servant. You have to help people. I was going to make a paper airplane and throw it back there. But then I think they would just throw it away, which they would be still liable. But I don't want to give them any reason to say, oh, well, we didn't know. We didn't get it, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to give them no reason for none of that shit, right? Because that's what they do. They do it all the time.
Thank you, friend.
We'll just do it this way. Actually, here's my records request, bud. You've been served it. Thank you. 10 days, I'll be back to get it. Oh, what a idiot.